Live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
Area firefighters rushed to Rockford's airport where a plane's forced to make an emergency landing. The latest on what happened in a live report.
Plus, State Line veterans remember those lost during the attack on Pearl Harbor. Organizers say the event served as a way to educate young people while honoring military sacrifices.
And local residents share their blessings with Shelter Care Ministries, the families that will benefit from their generosity. Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Eric Wilson. Fire crews are called into action at the Rockford Airport.
Let's get straight out to RFD. That's where we find Jess Lipson. Jess, an incident on a flight caused a plane to make an emergency landing?
Eric, Mimi, there were two pilots on board the flight that was headed from Newark to Salt Lake City, but they did have to make an emergency landing when pilots said that they saw smoke in the cockpit. Cargo is currently being taken off the plane, but no signs of a fire. Officials say whatever was the cause of smoke was either mitigated or put out before landing. The extent of the issue is still unknown, and I'm told before a thorough investigation, it could vary in how major or minor the results of the incident are. I did see emergency crews from a few different departments here, but many left upon arrival.
So no impact to our overall operation. We did have to shut down one of our two runways, but we had flights going on in the background. We had flights taxiing around the affected area. The aircraft was able to make its way off the primary runway onto a taxiway where it was met with emergency services. So no impact to our overall operation.
We'll update you on air or online as we learn more. For now, though, reporting at the Rockford Airport for your home team, I'm Jess Lipson. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Jess. A Rockford man's found guilty of beating a woman earlier this year. A Winnebago County jury convicted Christopher Tinney of domestic battery. Back in August, Rockford police met with a woman who had injuries to her face, arm, and leg. She told them Tinney and she got into an argument. Then Tinney hit and strangled her. Tinney faces 2 to 5 years in prison. He's due back in court next month.
State Line veterans pay tribute to fallen service members. The Roscoe Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 2955 held a remembrance ceremony for those lost during the attack on Pearl Harbor 82 years ago. Color Guard gathered at the boat landing at Riverside Park. The ceremony started with a short address and prayer, followed by tossing a wreath into the Rock River. Taps was played and rifles were fired at 11:58 in the morning to mark the exact time the attack took place.
A lot of it is to educate not only our youth and the world as a whole that kind of go in the wayside, and it's just another day. But we as foreign war veterans, we cannot let that just fade away. We can't. I mean, they defended, and we continue to defend our troops, the freedoms that we all now have.
More than 2,400 people lost their lives during the attack.
Traffic will be flowing again soon on a Rockford road after months of construction. IDOT plans to reopen Linden Road at I-39 tomorrow. The street was closed in late July, so construction crews could get in there and build an overpass over 39's new southbound lanes. It's part of a nearly $100 million reconstruction project of the I-39 and US 20 interchange. That larger project is scheduled to be complete by the end of next year.
Illinois celebrates a milestone towards its clean energy goal as the 100th community solar site is now set up.
With 5,200 solar panels across the 20 acres here, Reactivate's Verdine Community Solar Project is one of the first of its kind in Cook County, allowing Chicago Heights families to take part in our clean energy revolution, all while saving money on their monthly ComEd energy bills.
This new solar farm in Chicago Heights will serve about 660 ComEd customers by the end of the month. They won't need solar panels on their homes to use it. 5 more projects like this are underway. Once complete, they'll provide cheaper power to about 3,000 homes. Illinois is committed to 100% clean energy by 2050. A local shelter is looking for volunteers to put on its annual holiday program. The event helps families in need create happy Christmas memories.
Drea Baroni learned how the community plays a big part. Drea, there's still time to participate.
Yeah, Eric, Mimi, Shelter Care Ministry provides housing to 49 families throughout the state line. The group serves more than 100 children and about 60 adults. During this holiday season, Shelter Care hopes to not only give those families a roof over their heads, but also gifts under their trees. It's all possible through the nonprofit's Adopt a Family program.
People reach out to us around the holidays and offer to adopt one of our families, which means they get a list of the family's wants for Christmas, and they go out and they do shopping and they do their best to get the families the exact items that they've requested on their list.
There are still a handful of families in need of adoption. The deadline to adopt a family is December 15th. You can find more information on how to get involved at mystateline.com. Coming up later at 6, we'll hear from a group of friends on how they've taken this program and turned it into a tradition of their own. Eric, Mimi.
Thanks, Drea. We'll see you then.
Gun safety advocates hold a conference to mark the 11th anniversary of the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting.
Up next, the event comes as opponents block Senate Democrats' effort to pass an assault weapons ban.
Coming up at 6, the State Line Veterans Program holds a graduation ceremony. Organizers say their goal is to help former service members in trouble lead productive lives.
And the line is long here for the cars driving through the Festival of Lights. It is so wonderful to see everyone's happy face coming through. A great night to actually be out, very comfortable. We've got one more day of temperatures that are in the 50s again before we see some changes heading into the weekend and early next week. I'll time out that chance for rain coming up in the forecast a little later.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team with Eric Wilson, Mimi Murphy, Scott Lever, and Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
It's been nearly 11 years since the shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary School. Lawmakers, gun violence survivors, and families mark the anniversary and look back at the day.
This comes as Senate Democrats just tried to pass an assault weapons ban, but were blocked by Senate Republicans. Basil John reports.
More than a decade since the shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary took the lives of 26 people.
The amount of people who have lost a loved one due to gun violence just keeps getting bigger.
Thursday, advocates against gun violence and lawmakers joined together to mark the 11th year anniversary coming up next week and recognize the work to prevent gun violence.
You are making a difference, never doubt it.
Connecticut Senators Richard Blumenthal and Chris Murphy praised the work of these advocates and families.
And the cumulative impact of all of that is that the politics have fundamentally changed over the course of the last 10 years.
This comes a day after the deadly shooting at UNLV. Connecticut Democratic Representatives Jim Himes and Rosa DeLauro say last year's Safer Communities Act was a step in the right direction, but Congress needs to do more.
We are not letting this go until Sandy Hook doesn't happen again.
Never give up, and don't take no for an answer.
On Wednesday, Senate Democrats tried to pass an assault weapons ban, but it was blocked by Senate Republicans.
Mr. President, reserving the right to object. Democrats stick to demonizing rifles and disrespecting gun owners.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer criticized Republicans for standing in their way.
We can help save lives, get these weapons off our streets, and prevent future tragedies.
Reporting in Washington, I'm Basil John.
Well, it turned out to be a nice day outside with temperatures getting into the 50s.
That is perfect December weather to send Candace outside. She's at Rockford's Festival of Lights. Up next, she recaps the day and looks at when rain returns to our forecast.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Well, good evening. Welcome back. So happy to be out here once again for the Festival of Lights at Sinisippi Park in Rockford. I'll tell you, since the lights turned on, it has been a steady stream of cars coming through. Of course, tonight we have the first 100 vehicles coming through, receiving an Eyewitness News ornament. So once those 100 ornaments are gone, they are gone until next Friday, we will be back out here at 5 o'clock. That is next Friday. We will be back out here. But even if you're not one of those first 100 vehicles, it is just a good night to get out and enjoy the lights. You have the lights here through the park and then across the street, of course, at the Nicholas Conservatory, all aglow, lit up. Just a beautiful and festive time, even though our weather felt a little more like fall rather than it did here mid-December. Now, as far as our temperatures went today, we made it into the upper 40s and low 50s, so it was nice to see some sunshine. It really did help here after several cloudy days, and temperatures that were in the 30s. Yesterday, our high 38. We made it up to 51 degrees this afternoon. We've got some cloud cover on our SkyTrack camera. We look to the south and southwest here over downtown Rockford, but it'll be a very comfortable night. Wanted to show you our water vapor imagery because, this is just a beautiful picture. Now, water vapor shows us kind of a snapshot of what is going on in the middle part of the atmosphere. So with that, we can really see that ridge of high pressure moving across Wisconsin, Illinois, into the western Great Lakes. We've got a little area of low pressure across the southern plains, and it's partly with that low that'll bring a cold front through late tomorrow night and early Saturday. But just the display of that is just beautiful in itself to look at, and that is why we were able to warm our temperatures. Notice we're in the 40s here, 50s to the south, 60s down in St. Louis, and a little further there off to the west. Now, temperatures tomorrow could make a run for the upper 50s depending on how fast our cloud cover moves in. Our record high for tomorrow is 60 degrees. That was set back, I believe, in 1980, back on the 8th there of December. So we could see those temperatures come close to it, but I think by the afternoon we'll see an increase in cloud cover, so that may kind of halt or at least hold our temperatures steady. 42 in Freeport, 46 in Rockford. There is a little bit of a wind chill factor as we hold on to the breeze, but nothing that we can't manage here through this evening. Now, there are some thicker clouds moving through central Illinois. This is tied into an increase in moisture, and that is the reason why we're going to see our cloud cover increase through the night tonight and into the day tomorrow. So as we go through time with Futurecast, you can see how we hold on to the cloud cover going into tomorrow morning. Temperatures will stay very mild. In fact, I think we'll dip a little here this evening and then kind of hold steady in those low to mid 40s for the overnight. Now, to kind of put that into perspective, our average high should be 37. So tonight we will be much warmer than that. Making a run for the mid and upper 50s again for tomorrow afternoon, but notice how we've added in a little more cloud cover. Tomorrow night is going to be a very mild night. We've got a strong southerly wind, and for a time, the wind may actually increase a bit Friday night ahead of that front, so it could get rather windy. But we've got an increase in moisture, so some drizzle moving in about 9, 10 o'clock, and then I think some rain developing as we head after midnight. Heaviest rain looks to come in between about midnight and 3 o'clock Saturday morning, and this is going to fall all in the form of rain. The heaviest will begin to move out by about 6, 7 o'clock Saturday. Excuse me, and then the afternoon looking to stay mostly dry, and that'll carry over into the evening. Now, temperatures early on will be rather warm there once we get into Saturday morning, but then by the afternoon, those numbers will drop behind that cold front as the wind begins to pick up there from the west. We'll see some cloud cover move back in. Can't completely rule out maybe a flurry or two, or even a light snow shower once we get Saturday night, into Sunday. As far as rainfall totals, you're looking at generally about a half an inch. However, I think some areas could see close to 3/4 of an inch. So 43, that's where we'll go for the night tonight. Winds will stay a little on the breezy side, around 20 miles per hour. 25 mile per hour wind gusts tomorrow, up to 55. Cloud cover is on the increase. We'll keep with those steady temperatures at least into the start of the weekend. We'll see a return of sunshine, maybe a few clouds by Monday night and Tuesday, but the general trend here that'll not only take us into the end of next week, but also beyond, dry and warmer, and that could take us at least into the week there of Christmas.
Thanks, Candace.
Reagan's in next with sports.
Zach LaVine is expected to miss more time, but the Chicago Bulls are winning without the All-Star.
Now sports with Reagan Holgate.
The Bulls announced Zach LaVine will miss an additional 3 to 4 weeks with what is now being called a right foot inflammation. The two-time All-Star missed the last 3 games and spent yesterday's game getting evaluated. But in his absence, the Bulls haven't lost a game. The Bulls are 3-0 without him. In last night's win over the Hornets, 8 players scored at least 6 points. DeMar DeRozan led the way with 29. Vooch had 20 with 12 boards, and Kobe White had 19. Today, LaVine told the media he tried to get back on the floor a game or 2 ago, but the injury is just too much to play through right now.
I don't pull punches. I try to play through everything. I said I was playing through this earlier. It's it's tough. It's the lateral side of my right foot that's a little inflamed. Not even a little bit. It's pretty inflamed, and you really don't want to start messing around with that fifth metatarsal area, and it gets more and more irritated. So it's just smart to calm it down now to where I can get back to 100%. And, hopefully finish the season strong and help everybody out there.
The Bulls have a solid chance at pushing the win streak to 4 games tomorrow night in San Antonio against a Spurs team that is last in the West. Now, the Bears were back on the practice field today as they get ready for their matchup with the Lions on Sunday. Now, while most of the focus will be on Justin Fields in the last 5 games of the season, the Bears still have their minds set on continuing to build on the progress the offense has made over the past few games, something that OC Luke Getsy praised this afternoon at Hallis Hall.
There's got to be progress each week, and I feel like there has been. And I think as you continue to look through it, like the last couple games, 40 minutes of ball of time of possession, 35 minutes of ball time of possession. Those are 2 really cool things. Like that's pretty good execution to be able to have the ball that long, to be top 10 in third down and gold zone. Like that's pretty good execution that's going on. Now it's not consistent enough, that's for sure. Where we want to go and what we want to be, but it's about that progress.
And the Blackhawks host the Ducks tonight as they are trying to snap a 4-game losing streak. Anaheim leads the league in penalties, so expect the Blackhawks power play unit, which ranks 29th in the league, to be pretty active tonight. The Blackhawks are 2 for 10 in that department during their current skid. That's sports. We'll be right back.
Well, things are pretty quiet out there as we hold on to a mostly clear sky. We've got the First Warn interactive radar, always on mystateline.com. That'll become a little more active late Friday night into Saturday as we've got some rain showers that'll be moving through. Some steadier rainfall, too. Little in the way of snowfall for the weekend. Temperatures today made it into the 50s. We've got another warm day tomorrow, but the wind does pick up later tonight. And actually, we could see that wind really increase Friday night into Saturday. Gusts at around 35 miles per hour. Rain showers will come to an end Saturday afternoon, but the wind will pick up from the west. It will turn colder. Temperatures will drop into the 30s. And notice by Saturday night, we are down into the 20s. We hold on to the 30s for Sunday. Flurry, light snow shower too can't be ruled out, but no accumulation expected. 30s early next week, warming up late in the week.
Thanks, Candace.
Stay safe.